Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Matt Reviews. Like I've said in every video, this is my nephew.
Matthew.
We call him Matt. Because he keeps saying Matthew.
Hey.
We call him Matt. Anyways,
I got a haircut.
Yes, he did. Nothing to do with this video. He's 11 years old, and he's recently taken an interest in film in general, but more specifically horror films.
Yeah.
So this is an 11-year-old's view on the world of film. And this time we're going to be reviewing
I'm not on Elm Street, if I can get it for frame.
the 1984 Wes Craven classic.
Here's the tagline. The first, wait, no.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Epic fail. If Nancy doesn't wake up screaming, she won't wake up at all. I almost read this part there.
What does that say?
The first word in terror from the director of Scream.
Alright. Anyway. Yeah, this is Wes Craven's film. Not the crappy remake with Jackie Haley as Freddy Krueger, which, I mean, some people like. I'm not going to knock it. I didn't like it, but, you know.
I didn't see the remake. I haven't seen the remake. I don't think I want to either.
I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this movie. The plot consists of 4 teenagers
I think.
who are having similar dreams, and then they begin to be killed one by one in their dreams until Nancy's left, and she finds out that it's the parents of the children. Freddy Krueger was a child murderer. They killed him. He's now stalking them in their dreams. And this is the film that would make Freddy Krueger an icon.
Well, you do want to know the original backstory when they changed it, right?
I think everybody knows. I'm a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street, as you can see. Maybe in the background I have a Nightmare on Elm Street 2 poster.
Will you move my head?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2 poster hanging on the wall. But this is the best of the series, in my opinion. Let's turn it over to Matt and see what he thinks.
Well, this movie is really good, apparently.
Apparently. You don't know? You did see it?
I did see it.
Apparently this movie's good. So I've heard. According to the reviewers, this movie's great. You're the worst reviewer. Come on, get back into it.
Okay, well...
This movie is good, right?
This movie is good.
You've seen it.
I've seen this movie 2 or 3 times now, actually. Of course, one of my favorite killers in movie history is Freddy Krueger. And I could rate this movie from 1 out of 5. It'd be, of course, a 5. I love this movie a lot.
I'll start breaking down the different pieces.
Well, I like one of the parts, the bed scene.
Oh, with Johnny Depp?
Yeah. I don't see how Johnny Depp went from this until Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow. Anyways, keep going.
What else is there to say about it? It's a really scary movie. I'm glad to say that.
Do you think that the sequels being very comedic have hurt the original film at all?
The sequels?
Being comedic, most of them. Especially
not,
4 through 6.
Yeah.
Especially Freddy's Dead. Which Matthew likes.
Used to.
Which is a horrible movie.
Used to.
Anyways, do you think that harms the original?
Yes.
You do? You don't think...
4 through
You don't
6.
think Freddy is as scary now as he used to be?
No. He's a goofball now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in this film, seeing the other one where he's all, you know, jokey and stuff like that, does that take away from the original movie? Like, when you watch this movie now, does it scare you less?
No.
No. Okay.
But watching the newer movies, well, not really
Sequels.
newer, yeah, the sequels, but it just makes, I think, trying to make Freddy a joke.
Well, he became an icon.
Yeah, an icon. And one of the scenes in one of the movies, where he turns into a TV and throws a girl's head into it.
Yes. We'll get
How
that.
did he come from slashing someone open and blood spewing out of the bed into the ceiling until slamming someone's head into a TV?
We'll get to that later. We're going to review
Yeah,
that one too.
we've got to
Later on.
review all of them. Well, not all
I'm
of them.
reviewing all of them. I'm not watching
Well,
so like 6 and 5. And
No, I'm not watching those. Probably not.
I think one of the most underrated things about this movie is the music. What do you think about the music?
It's alright. Well,
you don't like it, apparently you don't like it that much.
I like the beginning music. The well, whatever.
I think it's the most underrated part of the movie. I think it's actually like one of the scarier things about the movie.
The Nancy scene where she's trying to exercise.
Exercise?
Not exercise. Get trained to fight.
Yeah,
Freddy.
I think the movie falls apart in the last 10 minutes. I really do. I've always felt this way. I think it's a great slasher film up until the last 10 minutes when she's hanging light bulbs with gunpowder in it and setting up hammers, and then all of a sudden it becomes like an Albert and Costello film where they're running through.
Spy versus Spy.
Where they're running through the hammer. Ooh! Tell me, turn the light on. Oh!
Like Home Alone.
Yeah, it's like Home Alone with Freddy Krueger. I've always felt that way. I don't think it kills the movie, but it definitely,
Doesn't make it
fantastic. Nightmare on Elm Street's been known to be very gory, but this film doesn't have a whole lot of gore. Does that bother you?
Not really. I just like the slasher part of it.
I mean, it's the least gory of all the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
It is?
Yeah, I mean, there's barely any real
killing.
There's a scene where a lot of blood comes flying out, but a lot of people don't consider that gore. Where you actually see the killing,
Yeah.
You don't see the death in this film a lot. Like, the most gory scene is when she gets the chicken slashed in her sleep.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest scenes, though. That's what I think. She's just floating on the ceiling.
I mean, like, in my humble opinion about this movie, I think Freddy Krueger could have been the scariest killer, or whatever you want to call him, of all time. Because, I mean, how do you not sleep? And he's an impossible...
Yeah.
He's an impossible killer to get away from,
Yeah, unless you're going to drink a lot of coffee, like in part 3. That still didn't work.
So, what do you think about Wes Craven as a director? Let's talk about Wes Craven.
Well, I've heard he's really good. Oh, well, his movies are really good. But I heard in person he's not really the nicest person you can meet.
I've heard he's not nice. He's just kind of quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, like he doesn't talk a lot. Not that he's like, get away from me! He's just quiet. He doesn't, he keeps himself. I don't mean that. I mean as a director.
Oh, I think he's pretty good.
See, now this is where we'll probably disagree. I think Wes Craven technically is a great director, but I'm not a big fan of his work. I like Last House on the Left, I like Hills Have Eyes, I like Nightmare on Elm Street, I like Serpent and Rainbow. That's about it.
I probably haven't seen any of those.
I'm not a big fan of Scream. I don't really like New
I like, well, this video probably get disliked for this, but I like the new Scream movie.
You're not alone in that. I love it like New Scream.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Thank God I'm not alone.
I'll check it out when it comes out, but I can't say I'm like clamoring for it because I'm not a big fan of those films in general. Back to the original Nightmare on Elm Street. It's classic. Everybody's seen it. There's no point.
Not everybody. Not the horror fans.
Not the horror fans?
Not the horror fans.
I mean people who are not horror fans.
Yeah, people that are not horror fans.
I don't know. I think even people who are not horror fans have seen this movie.
On accident?
I mean, like, I think Freddy Krueger is just one of those pop culture icons that everybody has at least seen one Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Unless they're just, they live on a rock their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could go up to somebody who's never seen a Nightmare on Elm Street film, never seen a horror film in their life, and they're like, you know who Freddy Krueger is? They're like, yeah. Because that's how, big of a pop culture icon he is, just like Jason and Michael Myers. I mean, they're the people who transcend film and become legendary themselves.
Yeah. Well, is it okay if I get off topic for a second?
Yeah.
And after was it H2O?
Halloween?
Yeah. Wasn't that they make short films of it?
There's some fan films out there.
Yeah, fan films, yeah.
It's not really short films. I mean, those are the same.
Okay, well, this is about to be 10 minutes.
Yeah, alright. Nightmare on Elm Street, I like it.
I do too.
What would you give it? Out of 5?
5.
5 out of 5. I don't think it's that good. I'd give it a 4.
How dare you?
Nightmare on Elm Street, if you haven't seen it, you're probably not a horror fan.
True.
So, I'm John.
Matt.
Thanks for watching Matt Reviews. And keep watching and give us some feedback. Thank you. Goodbye.